How's it going, everyone? It's Abdallah here along with Justin, and we're going to be playing Into The Breach on Nintendo Switch, a very exclusive preview of the game. So take it away, Justin. Tell me a little bit about the game.
Sure.
We jump into it.
Yeah, so this is a sort of procedurally generated, rogue-inspired tactics game.
Okay.
Our previous game was FTL, Faster Than Light, which is similar mentality of like very challenging, very, permadeath. But we tried to go as minimalistic as possible with this game.
Sure.
So we were kind of frustrated with movies and media where like Superman would destroy the whole city and no one really cares. So the primary goal of this game is to protect the cities.
Okay.
Yeah, and so what we're seeing here is you have three mechs, those three guys with the icons above them.
Okay, yeah.
And then the enemies are all basically show what they're going to be doing first. So if you mouse over that little dude there,
This guy,
he's going to be attacking your mech at the end of this turn.
Okay, sounds good.
So it's not the best scenario to show this off, but go ahead and take your punch mech, select him with the A button, and then press the right trigger to arm his weapon. Yeah, just get past this. Yeah.
Okay. So right
Select
trigger.
him.
Yep.
And now aim at that one, sure.
And then press A?
Yep. And it's going to push him away.
Okay.
So if you can see now, he's actually going to be attacking an empty square.
Oh, beautiful.
So a lot of the game ends up being manipulating enemies' intentions to do something that makes, to get them to do what you want them to do.
Yeah.
So,
then
let's just go ahead and finish this turn by attacking this other guy.
Okay,
If you
pick him.
take him one step back,
Okay.
and then press A to finish moving. So if you hold L on him,
Yeah.
sorry, here, press Z first,
Yep.
and now hold L.
Wrong L.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm
No
gonna
worries.
move him over here.
Yep.
This one.
Nope. Yep.
Okay, hold on. Let's move him.
Yeah, move him there, press A.
Press A.
Now arm the weapon and then hold the L button. Yeah.
Got it.
So this just shows what the weapon does.
Oh,
It damages one tile and pushes everything else away from it. So a lot of the time the game ends up, your goal isn't just to use your weapons just to beat the enemy to death. The goal is to use it to your most tactical advantage. So for example, if you use that to attack the floaty guy, so if you just aim at the floaty guy and press the A button, what you'll see there is it's actually going to push your mech away.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
So you can damage most of the weapons have multiple uses.
Yeah.
And so this tank here, if you select him, arm the weapon with the trigger button, and then press the L button, or you don't have to, but
L,
you just see
tutorial.
Yeah, it just shows you the tooltip animated.
Yeah.
But all he does is fire a projectile and push them backwards.
Okay.
So if you go ahead and do that, it's going to knock him back.
Got it. And then we're going to end turn because that's our only 3 units.
Yep, and at the end of your turn, the sort of predetermined things execute. That bomber comes by, which is a sort of special event in this mission.
Sure.
Those yellow tiles represent where they're going to be bombing every single turn.
Oh, so you can potentially push them onto that.
Correct.
And then the stealth bomber will take care of it.
Or they'll just do it for you. It's great. So let's do something a little cheeky here.
Yeah.
If you use your tank guy,
This guy
the right one,
guy, yep.
and then target, and then aim the weapon and push him back and trigger, and now aim at the big blob dude.
Yeah.
So it's just gonna kill him. So just go ahead and do that.
Yeah, we're just
it's
gonna
fine.
take care of him.
And if you end your turn now,
Oh, because then everyone's inside.
everyone's
the
just
blast
inside
zone.
and gonna get bombed.
And then that's KO. So
Yeah.
if we press Y,
Yeah.
we could end if we want, or
Sure.
we could shoot him. Right?
Yeah, but this is more fun.
Yeah, this is more fun. Okay, so here we go. Boom, blow those guys up, done. Do you get more experience for that, or is that just the same thing?
There's no difference between how you end up killing them. It just changes who gets the experience, essentially. So this is on an easier mode. It gets a little bit hard to juggle all the different things at once in the harder modes, but in the simple one, it's more manageable. If you use your tank guy again, you could just push him back.
Push him back on this exact spot right here.
Yeah, and we're taking care of it.
And he's done because he only has 1 HP, and then the bombers are going to knock him out.
Totally.
Right. Okay. So here we go.
So also, just while we're talking about it, those little 2 icons there, that's where enemies are going to come out every single turn.
Right.
And so what you can actually do is you can use that to your advantage. So if you put your own unit or an enemy unit on that tile, it's going to block the enemy from coming out.
Oh, okay.
And it's also going to damage you on that turn, whoever's blocking it.
Okay.
So you can actually use that to finish off enemies or even damage enemies while preventing more enemies from coming in the future. So there's a lot of stuff to.
And then what's with these burning forest fire tiles?
So every fire tile, forest tile, if it gets damaged, it gets lit on fire.
And you can't move on it.
You can.
But
you just
you're gonna take damage.
you get it's a dot that gets applied. You take 1 damage per turn.
Okay.
Yep. So if you
this guy's got 2 HP.
Yep. So if you just sort of one thing that you can do when you see a puzzle like this, because it's basically a puzzle game.
Yeah, absolutely.
You see, what is the actual threat here? That guy's attacking your mech in that the lower one.
Yeah.
But you could just walk out of the way and he'll hit nothing.
Oh, interesting.
So you could just totally ignore him if you wanted.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the only other real threat is actually that guy attacking the building. So if you shoot with a tank and push him away, you'll be fine.
He's not going to shoot the building, right?
Correct.
So that's fine. So I can shoot him.
And so if you look in the upper right, every battle is it's not a battle of attrition. We tried to cut out the sort of boring beginning and middle of these tactics games. So basically you just have to survive until the end of each mission.
Okay.
And since there's only 1 turn left, I would just move your guys out of the way or not even.
He doesn't have to go anywhere.
Yeah.
Just put him over here and you can put him here.
And then once you end the turn.
I mean, I can shoot this guy for experience, right?
Yeah. But what actually happened?
Pushed
him, and now he's going to attack the building. So there's a lot of like collateral damage issues. But you can, if you hit the minus button.
Yeah, you can reset.
Every battle you can reset 1 turn.
Oh, okay.
So if you're learning the game or you sort of screw up in general,
you can
undo one thing. Yeah.
If you can turn back time, you better do it now, right?
This whole game revolves around the time travel mechanic.
Okay, got it.
So
I'm gonna shoot him and just move these guys aside.
Yep. At the end of every game, if you die or win, you can send one of your pilots back in time to try and save a different timeline. You basically abandon this parallel universe and go try and save another one.
Okay.
That's the sort of setting of the game.
Awesome. Okay, so that was it?
Yeah, that was the battle. It's a lot of small battles.
Yeah. And then is this kind of something that we'd see at the beginning of the game, the middle of the game?
This is like the first mission that you would see, perhaps.
Okay.
So
you're kind of learning the ropes of how to play the game.
Yeah, although honestly, we just drop you right in there. We want the first turn to be as interesting as the last. So there is challenge even from the beginning. It's, like in our previous game, you can play through the first region and it feels the same.
Okay.
Every single time almost.
Talk to me about like this user interface. Like
so
what's happening here?
In between the battles, you sort of are traveling between these corporate islands trying to help protect them from the Vec, the monster invasion. In between battles, you have the ability to upgrade your mechs, get new pilots, your pilots can level up, all that sort of thing. This battle, you didn't get any resources to upgrade because it's very minimalistic. It's like 1 unit is significant, like power. Everything is by power, so you're increasing the reactor power of the mech, and with that you can. So if you hold L there on the dash thing, so go down, So that would, if you get 2 power and you put it into that ability, you can now dash any distance to punch. So
that's pretty good.
So
it does 2 damage, which is good, right?
Yep, and then you can upgrade it to do 4 damage.
Wow.
So it's like, we try to have very low numbers. There's no random chance. There's no critical hits.
Yeah, there's no missing.
There's no missing. Everything is 100% known.
Okay.
So if you mess up, and if there's a problem that happens, it's all on you.
That's on you. Yeah. There's no chance. There's no RNG.
There's nothing you could blame. Yeah. So that guy's ability, it lets you. So if you hit ZL, one more time. So his artillery's ability, one of the extra abilities, the modifications, is to the building's immune. It lets you attack a building and do no damage to it. So you can basically turn it into a utility weapon.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Which is honestly, very often you'll use this weapon as a utility weapon more than just damaging anyways.
Yeah, and then there was another person right here.
His is simple. We simplified that.
Yeah, just shooting straight and push back.
So each game that you play through, you stick with the same 3 mechs, but there's 9 squads, and each one of them has 3 different mechs, and they all play extremely differently. They have a very different hook for each of them. So
let's play one more level.
Yeah, go for it. So aim at the Forgotten Hills there.
Hills.
Yep.
Okay. So you've got some bonus objectives, it looks like. Don't
Yep.
kill the volatile Mech, protect a power generator.
So the symbols are, stars is money essentially, and the power is your hit points, so the power grid for the whole city.
Okay, let's take a look.
And so if you achieve those bonus objectives, that's how you get the additional items.
So potentially you can pick and choose your starting position
Correct.
for all these guys. I guess I'll...
Yeah, he's like a front. Yeah, there's good. Sure.
Yeah.
He can go long range, so in the back maybe.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay,
And then
so
Y to confirm.
Y to confirm. Okay, so we're dropping them down. We're going to find hundreds of people in the buildings, make sure everything's standing. Okay.
So this is a bit of an annoying mission. That Vec right there, your goal is to actually not kill him. The yellow one,
guy?
the one it's
Okay.
pointing to.
Oh yeah, because that was part of the bonus thing.
Yes, and if you kill him, he actually explodes, which could end up doing collateral damage to the city.
Okay.
So
I could potentially move him here, push him back one, and then he's going to take damage from the eruption.
the yellow one is the one that we're talking about.
Oh right, but I'm talking about this guy. Like,
Oh yeah.
shoot him and push
Absolutely,
him back.
sure. You could do that. So now he's blocking that tile, and he's
Right.
going to take damage from the emerging.
So he's
going to die.
He's
100% going to die.
And then I can just pretty much stay here, or I can prime myself ready to take on this guy next.
Yeah, well, now your goal is to try and protect the building, right? Because he's aiming at the building.
Oh, this guy's it. Yeah, that's right. So
but your goal is not to kill him. So what you may have to do here is use the artillery guy, the guy in the back,
yeah,
move him behind the buildings to all the way to the left,
yeah.
and attack your own guy.
And then attack my own dude. Which guy?
Your tank, because what that's going to do is it's going to push him out of the way of the buildings.
This guy here?
Yes. So
So if I attack him, the splash damage is going to push
it's going to push him away and save the buildings, which is the ultimate goal.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Yeah.
So friendly fire could be a
Yes.
strategy involved with it.
And the order of operations matters, because if you did that first, your guy wouldn't take damage. Because
Yeah.
you'd attack the empty tile.
Right, right,
If we
okay.
had the foresight or whatever to do that.
Cool. So now
And now he's threatening your other mech.
I just need to
You just need to, maybe move him to the forest. Get him as close as possible to the fight, because he's close range.
And then we press N.
Y, you can end.
Yeah.
Every unit, they can also heal themselves one per, as like a sort of backup action, if
Okay.
you have nothing else to do.
Got it. So that guy's out of there. We've got this guy who's threatening to do that. That's interesting. So there's only 3 turns left, and you have to not allow any damage to any cities, because that's the extra bonus thing, right?
The extra bonus thing is protect the power generator. That's that
is this
special looking building, yeah.
This one right here.
But
So
in
he
general,
can attack that.
he can attack that,
Yeah.
and that would decrease your health by 1 essentially.
Okay, right,
but in general, we want to avoid that, and at least I see a way to resolve it.
Okay. I don't see it yet. Besides going over here and pushing him over, and then using splash on an empty tile.
Yes, exactly. So use your tank and have him push him up to the left,
Yeah.
and now use your artillery and then move him.
Like over here.
Yep.
Right? And
Yeah, you got it. So this is what I was talking about. Like, if you had the upgrade where you could attack buildings without damaging them, you could just attack the building and it would protect the buildings.
Yeah. That's
So,
actually really good. Then.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's like
cool,
one of those
cool.
things that doesn't seem useful, but ends up being incredibly critical.
Right. And so with my punch, I only do what, 2 damage to these guys?
It won't kill him, but
It'll do some.
it'll help. Yeah.
But so I can't move because I'm in the forest.
Correct.
Is that why? Okay.
No, you can't move because this guy, his attack, he webs you prior to the attack.
Okay.
So he's basically like shut down your actions.
All right. So I can push him. And does that push? Yeah,
Yes.
it pushes one. But
Yep.
he only attacks his first space.
Yes, he's a
So I'm
melee.
fine.
Yep, totally
Yeah,
fine.
And then I can end turn.
Correct.
All right. So is there an automatic prompt that says when you've done all your moves, that says like, hey, is the game, are you ready to end turn?
It
or
sort
do
of
you have-
flashes, and if you haven't done an action in a while,
Okay, got it. All right,
but-
so we only have a couple more turns left, and from what I'm seeing here, I got webbed in, so I'm not able to move.
Correct.
Okay, and then we got some other things emerging over here.
So, yeah.
So things are getting pretty interesting. This guy has 1 shot. I mean, my tank. What happens if one of my guys dies?
The pilot inside, which has abilities and named, and they have special abilities sometimes, the pilot dies, the mech comes back next turn, no problem. Next battle, no problem.
Got it. And is that permadeath with the pilot?
Death is permadeath for the pilots, yeah. So it's like, sometimes it's important enough to sacrifice your own pilots that you care about, and it's painful. But
so, like with this, I can potentially throw a shot right over here and push this guy aside to dodge an attack?
Yeah, so move your artillery over and aim that attack. Go ahead.
Do we need to necessarily move him?
I would, yeah, he can only attack in straight lines.
Oh, okay, in straight lines.
I would actually move him here.
Okay, but isn't the splash damage going to push the guy this way if I aim at this spot?
And what will that do? The 1 damage to that guy.
Oh, I don't know.
How much health does he have left?
He's got 1.
So it'll finish him off.
So you're telling me to aim at the guy?
I'm telling you to move here.
Yeah.
Yep, move. Now aim there.
Aim here.
Yep, just you don't have to fire it, but if you aim, so it shows you what's going to happen. It's going to push your guy out of the webbing. It's also going to damage your unit, but it's going to kill that guy. So effectively, you're trading by taking the damage to your mech. You're trading health and saving the building.
And then so that removed the webbing. Off
Remove the webbing as well, so now he can move.
Took 1 hit.
Correct.
All right.
So there's like 10 things that are going on at any given time.
So this guy is going to be attacking here for some reason.
Yep, because that's where your unit was. So now he's just attacking an empty tile.
All right. So now we got.
While I still have you, one other thing, just to complicate it even more. If you press in the right, so this shows you the attack order of the units.
Oh, interesting.
So, for example, if you set it up so that he was attacking this guy, it would matter if who's attacking first, because he may kill him before he kills your unit, and so
there's a lot more.
The order of operations ends up being very important.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're thinking, and what happens if we push him into the water? He's done, right? That takes damage?
Except he's a flying guy. He'll just,
flying. Okay.
But he also has 2 health, so he'll die.
Punch him. Yeah,
just punch him.
This guy's got 3, but he's only attacking right here.
So
if I move over...
first I would punch the flying one, just so that we could show you one other thing.
Let's do that. So let's punch him. KO.
So now with the tank, you can set up so that the enemies will hurt each other.
Oh yeah, that's right. So I can move over here and then shoot.
Now that you moved that guy out of the way.
Yeah, I can shoot him over here. But will that push him into him to take damage?
Pushing is always sliding 1 tile.
Okay.
So they have to be right next to each other to do the bump damage.
So that's it. So yeah, and then this guy's going to take care of him. He's going to attack nothing, and then we're set.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's all about damage mitigation.
Yeah. I'm liking that so far. All right.
But because like we tried to keep it so that the amount of things you have to think about is pretty minimal. Like it's not overwhelming, and you only have 1 attack at first. You can get 2 attacks, but the amount of combinations and the way they could play out ends up having like a ton of variability in each playthrough.
Right. So I'm looking at this, and this guy's got 1 HP. I can shoot him. Yeah,
your tank could tank 1 of those damages, but not both.
Right, so
and then you have to save the building as well.
Oh man, there's a lot of things. So I technically have to save the building.
You don't have to.
I only have 1 more turn.
Yes.
As long as I save this thing, I'll be okay.
Well, even if that was destroyed, you just lose the bonus objective, not the end of the world.
It's just extra. So I can go over here with this guy, bring him here, shoot right here, push this guy into the water.
Correct.
And then I can shoot this guy to KO him.
Yep.
Pushing him into the water will do
just kill
damage.
him.
Oh, just instant KO.
Yeah.
And then I can punch this guy.
You can go save the building while you're at it.
Oh yeah, that's right, because
he has 3 health left, and you do 2 damage.
Okay, let's walk me through this.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna shoot this guy here to push him into the water.
Totally.
Done. Okay. Water and Vec don't mix. I'm gonna go with you. I'm gonna shoot you. KO.
You got this down. It's all about like thinking all your actions at the very beginning.
And then what were you talking about this?
Just save the building.
Because I don't need to kill this guy.
Nah, he's just attacking the forest. It's fine.
So I'll just push this guy out of the side. And he's got 2 HP, but there's only 1 turn.
Yep, so that's the end of the turn.
End of the turn. Enemy activity, he's gonna attack nothing. This guy's gonna attack the forest. And then that's it. Perfect victory, thank you, we won. With your help, we did it. That was pretty cool. I like the game. I think it's very cool as far as strategy goes. When do we have a release date on it?
2 days ago. It was a shadow secret launch at the end of the
end of the Nintendo Direct.
Yeah. So this is available right now everywhere except Japan. Unfortunately.
All right. Now, what's the price point on something like that?
That's $15.
$15. And how many hours do you say of gameplay would you get out of it?
I mean, it would vary but depend people. But if you're playing the whole game, essentially, I don't know, 60 hours, 100 hours, something like that.
Okay,
Yeah.
super cool. All right, well, Justin, thank you for that.
Yeah.
And everyone, I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was super cool. Let me know in the comments what you guys like most. We'll see you on the next one.
Thanks, guys.